Hey guys, this is Miss Russum, and I'm here to explain this essay to you. As you can see, I am on Edmodo. This is my second block, Edmodo, but it's the same for everyone right now. See, third block, fourth block, all that good stuff. So as you can see, today's post says, "Hey everyone, I hope that you're staying safe and healthy. Your health is the most important thing to us. Please reach out with any questions," and it absolutely is. Like my email said yesterday, your health and your safety is our number one priority. So I want you to know that we're going to be flexible with deadlines. I'm here to answer any questions you may have, and I totally understand that you might be taking care of family or something like that, and we're all going to work together and get through this. So moving on today, we are starting with our essay. I know that seems like a daunting task on your own, but again, I'm here to help. So we were thinking about it, the 9th Lit team, and we want to give you two options here. The first is the one that I already went over with you, and I'm going to go over with you now. So the first option, you can see it says here is the first option. Using evidence from all of the passages, explain how Harper Lee's description of Macomb County accurately reflects the time period in Franklin Delano Roosevelt's inaugural address. So you can see it says use the links 1920 9th Lit Q2 mini touchstone. So we're going to scroll down and we're going to open this. And here it is. This is exactly what we looked at before. We have the first passage, second passage, and third passage. You can see that the first two passages are written by Harper Lee and they go together. And then the last passage is from Franklin Roosevelt's inaugural address. So you want to see how Harper Lee's description accurately reflects the time period in Franklin Roosevelt's inaugural address. So how would we do that? The first thing that I would do is underline any similarities. So you have these two passages from Harper Lee, and then you have Franklin Roosevelt. You may say something about the day was 24 hours long, but seemed longer. There was no hurry, for there was nowhere to go, nothing to buy, no money to buy it with. And you can go down to Franklin Roosevelt's address, and you could see taxes have risen, our ability to pay has fallen, government of all kinds is faced by serious curtailment of income. So people were struggling with income there as well. But you can underline, you can highlight all of those good things. So then you go back here. We worked on our synthesis essay with these graphic organizers. Synthesis essay chart is linked below. Click it open. And this tool is really just a pre-writing tool, right? I know you can't really see the whole thing here on my screen casting, but if you look with me, this says tone of the townspeople, so you can find tone in 1, 2, and 3 passages, diction in 1, 2, and 3 passages, figurative languages in 1, 2, and 3 passages, and that's just a pre-writing tool. Then finally, you would work on your synthesis essay with the instructions and the outline. So here are the instructions and outline, and like we talked about on Thursday and Friday, they really go together. So instructions and outline. If you look, there's a number 1 here, and if you go here, there's a number 1. And then there's a number 2 here, and then if you go back to your outline, there's a number 2. So we've really taken this and tried to make this as easy as possible. Now, previously I said that I wanted a rough draft. Honestly, when we come back, all I'm expecting is this sheet and some sort of final draft that you can email to me, you can send me a photo of, you can handwrite it, whatever you need to do. There will be a place on Edmodo for you to submit. Now your second option, and I know before, everyone was doing the same thing as your first option, and if that is the essay that you want to do, that's the essay that you want to do. But here is your second option. You do not have to do both. Let me say that again. You do not have to do both. This is just us trying to give you a choice because we know that it's scary to try to do this on your own. So your second option, using evidence from the text To Kill a Mockingbird, explain the difficulties that the characters faced during that time period. Now you can use the same text that you have here, the mini touchstone text, or if you scroll back, or I'll put it on this post. There's a PDF of the text, the book that we have been reading, To Kill a Mockingbird. Okay? And we know that we can find different struggles. We could find racism, we can find the classism, we could find sexism. Any of those things that you want to talk about, you can talk about. This essay is definitely more open. It is more able to be flexible to what you may want to talk about, and with that I think is a great option for you because this one, it definitely has more parameters, and some of you may like that. I know some of you like that, but the second option is definitely more open to your interpretation, which I know several of you love. So let's look at that together now. Here's our prompt. Using evidence from the text To Kill a Mockingbird, explain the difficulties that the characters faced during the time period. All right, so then we will go down to essay instructions and essay outline number 2. So we have essay instructions and essay outline number 2. Let's open these together. Essay instructions, essay outline number 2. All right, so it's kind of the same thing, just with a different prompt. We still want you to have an introduction, so capture the reader's attention by giving a unique perspective on your topic. Avoid insignificant quotes, rhetorical questions, and dictionary definitions. So how do I do that, Ms. Russell? Let's go back up to this prompt. Instead of saying, I think the difficulties that the characters faced during that time period are, you could say, just cut off the I. The difficulties that some of the characters faced during that time period are sexism, racism, and classism. And then I would go back in my text and find examples of those things. You could give a little background information on Harper Lee and the text itself, and then you have your claim. That's your thesis. This is why, or this is what happened. This is some of the difficulties that the characters faced were sexism, classism, and racism. Let's go back and let's talk about this introduction here. It says capture the reader's attention by giving a unique perspective on your topic. You could say something like, Tom Robinson's trial was not fair because of the racism that he faced in Macomb County. And then you could say racism was abundant in 1930s Alabama. His jury was made up of, people who didn't look or belong to his community. And then you give your claim, which is something along the lines of some of the difficulties that a character faced during this time period are racism, classism, and sexism. Okay? But if you look here, this lets you fill it in. So you can download these and you could type it in here, you can write it, whatever you need to do. So you see number 1 lines up with number 1. Number 2 lines up with 2. And see, we just want you to have 4 real paragraphs. Number 1, you have an introductory paragraph. This is where your thesis is, right? And then you have 2 body paragraphs. So whatever your 2 points in your claim are, you're going to be writing here and here. And then number 4 is your mic drop. It is your conclusion. Don't introduce new concepts or quotes in this paragraph. You'll restate your thesis in some sort of way. Try not to use the phrases I think, I believe, or I feel. Have an entire sentence that's just a quote by itself. Don't pull quotes from something other than To Kill a Mockingbird. Guys, that's the text we've been reading. That's what we're focusing on right now, right? And then leave your quotes uncited. All quotes need to have a parenthetical citation that looks like this. So all of your quotes would have Harper Lee as the author, and then the page number is here. Okay, guys, I know that's a lot. I'm here to answer any of your questions. You know, my office hours are technically from 10 to 12, but I am up. I am doing, social distancing, doing my part to stay out of the fray, so to speak. I don't know if you guys have been reading anything, but I've already read a book, and I'm halfway through The Bell Jar, by Sylvia Plath. Have you ever heard of her? She's a famous poet. But I hope that you are taking this time to rest, relax, and I will be here if you need me. I will make as many videos as I think you may need to do this essay. So don't feel like you are bothering me or anything like that. I am here for you. All right, guys. Let me scroll down here and make sure that you see my information one more time. If you're on Edmodo seeing this, then obviously you've got your Edmodo codes, but maybe your parents want to join. They're here. They're linked on this post. This was 2 days ago. This was Saturday. YouTube, of course, this is where this video is actually linked to, but I posted it on Edmodo. Now, this remind code is important. I'm about to send out a remind right now that says this video and this post are posted. Please join our remind. If something were to happen, that might be my first line of, hey, I'm not going to post today, or, look at Miss Hoover's blog or something like that. Now, you can send me a text through this number here. I'm not going to lie, if you call me first, I probably won't answer. I'm bad at answering calls that I don't know the number. But text me, send me a text, say, hey, it's whoever from second block. I'm struggling with this, and we can certainly, get that worked out. And then finally, my email is here, alexandria.russum@cobbk12.org. There's some good resources here if you're struggling with internet or anything like that. And hey guys, I've also posted a link to free lunches if you are in need. Remember, our big thing is flexibility, so whatever you need during this time period, let me know. All right guys, stay safe. Bye.